is it a good time to buy a house right now? When's the best time to buy a house?
Am I going to say it's a super good time to buy a house? Like buy a house right now, you're going to miss the boat if you don't? No. Would I say don't buy a house right now? Also no. Yeah.
You
I
must
think,
be a realtor. Goodness me.
why?
There's just non-answer.
Is it a good time to buy a house right now? Yes. Just get in the market. Get your foot in the door.
Is it a bad time to buy a house right now?
Matt's thinking about buying a house. That's why I asked the question.
Oh, Matt, give me a call.
I got no money to buy a house, man. I don't even know if we'd get approved for a mortgage. Seriously.
Yeah, you would.
Well, especially now we've talked about last week's podcast. I mean, it's a huge bubble we're sitting in. We're just going to keep going down. And Gary keeps talking about
It
how
is.
the whole
It
economy
is.
is going to crash.
And
then he still tells people to buy all the time.
I don't understand it. I don't understand
Gary's
why,
been saying it
why
for like
anyone
4
would
years
enter
now.
into
No,
so
way
much
longer,
debt.
and you've only known me for 4 years. People that my brother-in-law would say for the last 2 decades, right? And in that time, houses have went up tenfold. So
I don't understand.
I'm like the Peter Schiff and the Peter Schiff or the Michael Burry of the
in today's
economy
climate,
market.
Like,
Yes.
let me ask you, in today's financial climate,
Yeah.
why would a person who already has a house go and buy another house but enter into more debt?
Because they're going to deflate our debt away. Who has the most debt?
Governments.
Yeah. So how are they going to deal with the debt? They're going to deflate it away by devaluing our dollar.
Yeah.
So
then if you, but
not
you still have to pay a mortgage.
yeah, but it's your money's going to become, the money's value is going to go down, down, down. And when money value goes down, that means the value of your debt goes down. It means that your debt is less and less. The easiest way to get rid of debt is to spend more money. And that's exactly what they're doing. The problem is
On a macro level, but like...
yeah,
like
even
this,
on a personal level.
How? Okay.
Well, no, I'm saying it plays out practically in people's.
Okay, explain this to me.
Yeah.
Let's say, hypothetically speaking, I owe $100,000, right, on a mortgage.
Yes.
And so the fiat currency devalues like crazy.
Yeah.
Now my $100,000 mortgage is still owed.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm still making the same wage.
No, you won't, because you tip in inflationary environment. You look at the raises that government, especially
Not
government
to that
officials.
extent.
Listen, in the last years, every single raise that government people are going for are 5 to 7%. Those are insane annual raises. Those are not sustainable. Now, in defense of the people asking for the raises, and this is to your point, those are still not enough raises to cover the increase in cost. If you ask any family at our school who sends their kid to our school, none of them feel richer than they do 5 years ago, even though they make 25 to 30% more, many of them, than they did then. So what I'm trying to say is the devaluation of the dollar makes the rich people richer, and people that are rich own hard assets.
Right.
The inflation by nature is a very tax on the poorest. It's on fixed income,
Yes,
older
I
people.
understand that.
So I'm saying a high debt load, if you were at the beginning of the cycle, and which there again, some people, and I would even, I mean, the whole thing that we read now about an inflationary environment, if we enter into a second wave of inflation and governments by some, chance have to raise interest rates again, then of course you are right. Then the debt is catastrophic.
Yeah.
And theoretically it was even this time. And I would argue, based on what I see, lending money, doing real estate deals, the carnage, like the back end of the real estate side of it,
Right.
on the board, because that's really the bulk of the real estate stuff is the back end. It's the borrowed money, it's the titles, all that. If you look at what I see in the debt side, we're in the very beginning stages of lots of foreclosures in the Fraser Valley. Lots.
Yeah.
People.
Well,
The very last thing
doesn't
that
this
people
come to
let
my
go.
point? People
Well,
can't afford, so they
can't
foreclose.
afford. No, they will. They will.
That's my point.
They will.
So
But
why your debt's not worth less, just like...
I'm not talking about the value of the debt. I'm
You're
saying,
just saying
I
debt
don't
is a
understand
problem.
why
You're
a
not
person would
wrong.
enter into more debt now when the value of their money is going away. I don't get it.
Okay. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And theoretically, I mean, and even just from a spiritual perspective, I guess I've always felt like, and I borrowed a lot of money, I've always felt like, hey, the only there's no verses in the Bible, I think I've said this before on here, there's no verses in the Bible that speak positively of debt.
No.
Right? It's always, the borrower is slave to the lender, right?
Except for the cross. It talks about
That's different.
debt being wiped.
Clean. Hey, should we have that? There's a, what was it called? What did no, I'm thinking of the, what
Can't
was
really
it?
do anything about it.
No, the Israelites.
It's the
What did they
truth.
have? What was the Jewish, they had
Jubilee.
Jubilee. Should we have that?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, it's,
Every 50 years.
How did that work?
Apparently it never actually happened. Apparently they never actually did it.
It was just an idea?
Well, they were told to do it, but apparently they were obedient to it.
Never, even in the early stages.
Someone told me that the other day. I haven't looked it up myself.
50 years is a long time.
Like all the slaves had to go back. Everything.
Okay. Okay.
Everything had to be squared.
Are there
Actually,
still slaves in the world today? Are there
Yes,
parts of the world where
the
there's people that are
Arab-
full-on
We're all
slaves?
slaves to something.
The
right?
Arab
Don't
Speak
world,
for
my-
yourself.
don't-
Speak for yourself.
the Arab world is still now the biggest trader of illegal slaves.
And
Look
not
it
a
up.
human
It's a
trafficking
fact.
in the States is just
The
insane.
Arab world just slaves
It's
is normal.
really unfortunate that every time Matt says
a fact.
something that's a bit, not outrageous, but just a pretty bold statement, I always assume it's conspiracy theory.
It's
or
not.
just
Look
full-
it up.
full
It's
of
not a
crap.
conspiracy theory.
Okay. I'll look it up. Pretty tragic that there's literally, and for sure in the sex industry, for sure, slavery is huge.
Well, it's like this
That's
idea
what
that the
people
world is
do
getting
now. That's-
somehow
I've
better.
watched
over-
documentaries on that.
disgusting.
It's awful.
I was just watching, actually, it was a documentary on, it's Australia. They shorten everything. But on the Hollywood and how much like kids being exploited in Hollywood has been a problem for decades, and it's always been under. So this P Diddy
Yeah.
thing, Puff Daddy thing,
Yeah.
just blew the lid off it. But now all these celebrities are coming out saying, no, this has been happening for decades, and we've been trying to say it, but our voice has been squashed.
So would it have just been certain famous people that were abusing children? But
I don't
obviously
know.
not everybody
Well,
was.
the guy-
Not everybody would have been in on it. There would have been good people in
The
the
guy
industry. that
from
were-
what's the famous guy?
Weinstein, the
No.
producer. No.
The Goonies. He's been saying it forever. The guy Corey, what's his name?
We didn't grow up watching TV. We don't know what the Goonies. I've never heard of the Goonies. You're the only Goon I know.
What? You know?
No,
Yeah, we don't know anything about the
we're not
Goonies.
heathens.
Yeah, we don't watch TV, man.
Seriously,
Yeah.
you don't know the movie, The Goonies? It's
No.
a classic. Oh,
It's a classic for you.
It's a classic for the world. It's a classic movie.
Most of us folk, man, us Dutch folk, we grew up under a rock, man.
Wow.
Well, I had to watch TV through the neighbor's window at night. Went down the road and watched.
With the big
was-
giant. Ooh, that big giant.
this is
Something
exactly
weird.
why we weren't allowed to watch it. Yeah, that's how you sound now when you're normally
with the
talking.
mushed face, that guy.
What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness.
The Goonies.
Seriously. Anyway,
Did you know that
he's been
I've
saying it
never-
for years? That guy Corey Feldman.
You're not. You have to quit looking to us for the answer to
I don't know.
the
Anyway.
your answer. Do you know that we've never watched Harry Potter?
That was actually the one good
You're not
thing
missing
about being
much.
in the psych
How
ward
about
was I
Lord of
gotta
the
watch
Rings?
Movies every night.
Never seen it.
Those are good. What?
So the one good thing about being in the psych ward when I was 9 is I got to watch movies every night.
Oh man, that
Man,
screwed you
oh,
up
man.
too.
I'll
No wonder
tell ya.
things went so sideways.
You guys carrying a lot of stuff. I went to a psych ward to visit people.
Yeah, so did I.
I would have
was-
visited you, Carl.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
I would have played Pokemon cards with you.
Not poker though. Gambling.
No, not then.
Didn't think gambling's great. Doesn't like playing poker. Can't handle playing poker. Julius, how do you
No,
do
the
playing
problem
poker?
is
Do
that
you
I
like
like
playing
it.
poker?
Oh, I love playing poker.
Okay. Why do you like playing it so
You hear
much?
what he just said? That's a bad word to put in anything playing a poker. I love playing poker.
Does that make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I don't play poker a lot.
Good.
Neither do I. Mostly because there's not a casino at my house.
Well, sometimes there is.
Sometimes there is, but if there was all the time,
Just
I'd be in trouble.
are we coming to the end?
No, we're
Okay,
there's
okay,
so
well,
much
listen,
time.
listen.
There's
Yeah.
no end.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen.
like-
I got a serious discussion I want to talk about.
wish.
I've had it a few times. No, seriously, I've had it a few times.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, bringing the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.